Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach, and it is Real Talk Friday, concluding kind of our series on losing someone, talking about grieving. We focused on Chase Pyle this past week and his passing, a gentleman that battled addiction for a long time, and eventually he lost that battle. But he knew the Lord, and for that we're thankful, and it really puts things in perspective. So a couple of things I'm talking about to conclude this. As we go into the weekend. Chase's funeral is on Saturday, and I know his dad and his parents well enough that it will be a time of celebration of Chase's life, that he did know the Lord, and that is perspective. But have you ever lost someone? Have you lost someone and maybe some things were left unsaid? Because you got to understand, tomorrow's not guaranteed. I think we put off things sometimes and to say, man, I'll get to that later. I will say that to that person later. And tomorrow may never come. I mean, that's what we're looking at. And a lot of times we take so much for granted. We take people for granted, especially people that we just believe they're going to be there. Look at my story in '08. When I left that day, never did I think I would come back to an empty house. If you could imagine men, women coming home and everybody's gone. Everyone's gone. And it's the worst nightmare in the world. Or you get that phone call that you've lost someone when tomorrow I was going to spend time with them. Tomorrow I was going to take them to eat. See, tomorrow may not come. We take time together for granted, and that is a problem. We've got to live like we're dying. Tim McGraw's song, Live Like You're Dying. When I hit '08, if you don't know this about me, my heart shut down. I suffered heart failure. I have a pacemaker now. And they said, Rick, you risk cardiac death. You probably will not grow old. Get your affairs in order. Holy moly. Talk about a wake-up call. And so I do try to live my day with no regret, that people that are in my life know how much I love them. You know, and here's my challenge to say, I want you to look back and think about this. If you could ask God to send back one person for 24 hours that you could spend time with them, who would that be? Who would that person be, and what would you do with them? For me, it would be my grandmother, Grace. I would love to spend 24 hours with Grace, man, walking in the garden, listening to old gospel songs, walking down that country road, her taking me in the garden and show me how everything's growing, and listen to her fuss about those cows. How those cows wear them out, but yet she named every one of them and she loved them like kids. Who would that be for you? Because here's the deal. There will be a time if you know Christ, that you'll get to spend that time with them again. And that's the good news. But there's so much we take for granted of things that we think we need. I'm going to tell you this. You want your nails done. You don't need them done. You want a brand new car. You don't always need a brand new car. That list goes on. Because God says, I will provide all of your needs according to my riches and glory. It says in the book of John, actually 14:8. And it says, let me find it real quick. Lord, we don't know. Hold on. Sorry. You can see I do this live. Lord, show us the Father, and that will be enough. Meaning that God is supposed to be enough for you, but it's really funny because we always got to have bigger and better. Got to have a new phone. Got to have a bigger TV. Understand, those are not needs. Those are wants. I have people all the time say, Rick, you need a truck. I don't need a truck. I want a truck. There's a difference. Understand. I need food. I need water. I need air to breathe. And here's the deal. Back in the day, I thought I needed those things to make me happy. That's not true. You will find if you are unhappy, a lot of times what's missing is not a new Camaro in the driveway or a truck. It's God in you. That's what's missing. That's my challenge. So I know I've hit you with some heavy things today going into the weekend. But again, who would you spend time with? And really, is God enough for you? Or do you take that for granted also because you believe materials are going to make you happy? I'll tell you right now, I would have lived in a teepee to have my family back. Think about that. What do you take for granted? This is Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. It's been Real Talk Friday.